And now, today's adventure of Outerscope 2, Lost in Brooklyn.
Just wanted to check up on it and see where it's...
Willie, Eleanor, and Henry have told Socorro and her friend Mrs. Torres about their search for the medallion, and the two women have promised to help them find Tia Rosa.
It sounds like a lucky medallion to me.
Excuse me. Hello? Yes, this is Socorro. Yes, I do. Today? Yes, I can. I'll be there. Thank you. Thank you very much. I got it. A dream part. This is it. This is it. A big audition. The chance of a lifetime. See, you guys, I told you things happen if you wait for them without giving up.
That's real good advice, Socorro.
It's wonderful, Socorro. All your hard work and practice seems to be finally paying off.
I gotta get ready right away. The audition's today, this afternoon.
Gee, isn't that very short notice?
Yes, it is, Eleanor, but Socorro can do it. What song would you sing?
I'll have to be ready with more than one. Let me see.
Sing Gracias a la Vida. That's the song you should sing for the audition.
Good idea. La da 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 dum. La da 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 dum. Oh, I can't. I only have that one on cassette, and it's over at Ballet Hispanico.
Can't you get it?
You're right. Instead of rehearsing here, I'll go over there and do it. Then I'll still have some time to get to the audition. Hey, we can all go. Maybe some kids there will have some information on Tia Rosa. Hey, let's go.
Great.
Gee, that's terrific. Let's go
See you later.
that. Yeah.
I'll also make some phone calls from here. If my friends and I can't find her, she can be found.
Okay, thanks, Mrs. Torres.
See you later, Mrs. Torres.
Bye now.
Carmen? Uh-huh. You remember that lady that lived in your building? Rosa Carrera was her last name? You remember her? Yeah. Oh, she...
Una pregunta. ¿Acaso tú conoces a esta mujer que se llama Rosa Careas? Sí, ella es una mujer mexicana.
Sí, yo conozco una Rosa Careja, pero no te puedo decir ahora dónde ella vive. Si acaso yo la veo, yo te aviso, te llamo y te digo.
¿Rosa Careja? Sí, creo que trabaja en museo. Let me check, I'll call you right back.
Hello, Davis residence.
Oh yes, I'm trying to reach a Montego Slim. Davis?
This is Jim Davis. There is no one here by that other name.
Well, maybe a relative then. Montego Slim was a sailor many years ago who sailed with a man named Sailor Bill Toper.
Young lady, there is no Montego Slim here. And I have never heard of a Sailor Bill.
The medallion. Ask about the medallion.
Sailor Bill and Montego went to sea together, and Sailor Bill once had a large gold medallion.
Oh, now I understand. You mean Grandfather Davis and his old friend. Yes, Grandfather told us all about the medallion, but it's now long lost, and I really don't know anything more about it. Young lady, I'm very sorry, but I have to go. I've got to finish my preparations for the parade. It's almost jump-up time. Bye-bye.
What happened? happened? What'd he say? I could hardly hear him.
He didn't know anything more except that the medallion had been lost for a long time. Before I could ask him any more, he hung up to go get ready for some parade.
Oh, gee, that doesn't help us at all. What do we do now?
I don't know, Edgar. I just don't know.
Okay, dancers, we're gonna have one run through, and you two, please don't forget to change places, okay?
Oh, good.
Okay.
We got here just in time.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What is this dance, Socorro?
It's called Pacholi, and it's a traditional African dance, a bomba that they still do in Puerto Rico.
Really?
Sure, in a place called Loíza. They've preserved many of the old African dances there.
Stuck, Cynthia.
No point going to the Davis address anyway. He just left to get ready for the parade.
That's it. It's probably a big parade, so someone around here ought to be able to tell us where it is. Come on, let's go find him.
Oh, it wouldn't do us any good anyway. Even if we did find him. He doesn't remember anything about the medallion except that it was lost a long time ago.
Well, if we could just meet him and talk to him, he might be able to give us a good lead. Come on, let's go check out this playground. Somebody around here ought to be able to tell us where it is.
Well, we might as well. It couldn't hurt any. Gee, I hope Willie, Henry, and Eleanor are having better luck than we are.
Next time, at the Ballet Hispanico.
What do you want to know about yourself?
Remember the last time there was a new kid in school? Well, what if the new kid came to class in a box?
Good morning. You must be our new student.
Now, you'd probably wonder what the person inside was like. Maybe it's a girl, maybe it's a boy. If you knew their name, that would usually tell you. The name might also tell you if the person in the box was Chinese or Filipino, or English, or whatever. But not always. You might wonder where they came from, what their religion is, whether they're rich or poor, or even if the person inside was good looking or not. Now, if you had the answers, that might put some labels on the box. But you still couldn't see inside. Labels and names can sometimes make us think we already know what people are like. But when we don't know much about some people, all we have to go on is what we've heard. Now, some of that could be exaggerated, or just plain wrong. We may not even understand the things we do know about them. If you are afraid of new ideas, or just don't know, you could get boxed up with a bad case of prejudice. So take the easy way out.
Hi, my name is Kelly, and
Find out for yourself. Who is a friend?
Why don't you make a new friend, make a new friend, make a new friend today? Why don't you make a new friend, make a new friend, make a new friend today?
Hi, my name is Alice Peters. I am 8 years old. I live in Austin, Texas. I am a deaf child. To help me hear better, I have 2 hearing aids. Place your hand on your throat and speak. Can you feel the vibration? I learned to understand what people were saying by reading the lips. I also know a second language called sign language. This is the sign for rooster. Here is the sign for the earth. This is the sign for cat. In school, I learned math and a computer machine. When I come home from school, I play with my friends or family.
My name is Philip. My sister Melissa and I are spending the summer with our father, whom we haven't seen for years. I'm making a surprise for him. I just hope he likes it.
Meatloaf a la Philip.
good one, Alice. Hey, catch this one. Hey, give that back.
Yeah, it's not yours.
It is now.
Give that back.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Melissa, what's the matter?
That Roger took my Frisbee.
He took your Frisbee?
Yeah, Alice and I were out playing with it and Roger came along and snatched it.
Don't worry, Melissa. I'll find Roger. I'll talk to him. I'll get your Frisbee back, okay? Come on, let's go. There he is. Hey, Roger, man, that's Melissa's Frisbee. I came to get it back.
Hers? It's mine. I found it.
You did not, and you know it.
Yes, I did. I found it in the air.
Look, Roger, I have to go soon, so just give it back now.
And how do you plan to get it?
I don't want to have to fight you, Roger, so just return it.
Here, you want your Frisbee? Take it. I thought you wanted your Frisbee. Thanks a lot. See you around.
You big bully! You coward! You come back here!
See you later.
Coward!
Oh, hi, Dad.
Hi, Philip. Well, what have we here? What did Melissa do? Run off leaving you to serve the dinner?
No, Dad, I cooked dinner tonight.
You did?
Sure. I learned how to cook when I helped Mom out at night when she worked. So tonight, I'm treating you to meatloaf a la Philip.
Some treat.
Oh, be quiet, Melissa. You know you like my meatloaf.
Well, I must admit I'm a little surprised at your knowing how to cook, Philip, but I'm willing to try the meatloaf.
I'm warning you, Dad. You're gonna need some medicine.
And that'll be enough, Melissa. Philip has worked hard, and he's been very thoughtful. And your attitude is inexcusable. What's the matter with you tonight?
What's the matter? Why don't you ask Philip what's the matter?
Because I'm asking you.
This boy named Roger took my Frisbee and Philip didn't get it back.
What about it, Philip?
Dad, I don't like fighting. I tried talking to Roger, but he wouldn't listen.
You tried talking to him? Listen, Philip. There are times you have to fight for what is yours, or Melissa's. You have to stand up for your rights. You have to learn to protect yourself and your sister. Listen, under certain circumstances, it's all right to fight. Then you don't ever start a fight, but you don't run away either. I mean, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in today if I started running. If you start backing down now, where do you stop? That kid that you were talking about, he represents 3/4 of the world. 3/4 of the people are willing to step on you if you let them. I mean, when do you draw the line? Are you listening to me, boy?
Great game, Philip.
Who has winners?
I do.
If he has winners, I'm not playing.
Hey, Philip, what's the matter?
Yeah, Philip, come on. You're holding up the game. I only play with people who are fair. Roger isn't.
What do you mean?
I don't call stealing a Frisbee being fair.
What? You mean Roger stole your Frisbee?
He stole my sister's.
Oh, Roger. You know that was wrong.
Well,
Why don't you just tell us what you did, Roger?
I was just teasing.
Wow,
Oh,
Roger.
that wasn't
That's
right.
not right.
You just what, Roger?
You know I was gonna give it back.
Well, give it back now.
I have to go home to get it.
I'll go with you to make sure I get it back.
Come on.
Let's play.
Hey, Dad, catch! And I didn't lay a finger on him.
Okay, son. Okay. You made your point this time.
The story of Melissa and Philip continues next time.
Hi, it's Woody, and isn't it great? All cultures have special days to celebrate with music and lights found everywhere and extra special food for people to share.
Have any of you eaten coconut before?
I have.
You have? Oh, Julia, you haven't?
No.
Oh, good. So this is going to be a new dessert for you.
Yeah?
In Hawaii, they have a very special dessert which is made out of coconut milk. And in Hawaii, they used to crack the coconut and use the coconut milk from fresh coconuts. But now it's much easier because we have canned coconut milk.
Well, what's the dessert called?
The coconut pudding is called haupia. Can you all say it for me?
Haupia.
Good. First, we need to use the coconut milk. Okay, you want to pour it in there and measure 2 cups first. Very good. Oops. Here we have 2 cups. Then we need Harry's coconut milk.
Is that a cup?
That's
okay.
Just about a cup.
Okay, good. You want to pour it in here? Okay, we're all set. We have our coconut milk. Now we want the cornstarch to dissolve in the coconut milk. We need a half cup of cornstarch. Could you pass the half cup to Denny? We need half a cup of sugar. Okay, Denny, you measure it and then pour it in here. Harry, would you like to mix it then? Help her mix it? Just a little. Okay. You want to pour it in there? Want to sprinkle some salt?
When Hawaiians used coconuts, they didn't waste a bit. They took every part and made use of it. Now the fruit was a treat. I think that's quite clear. And houses made with the leaves were used all year. The shell made bowls and musical instruments as well. For all kinds of uses, the coconut was swell.
It's getting thicker.
Is it getting harder to stir?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good and thick. That means the cornstarch is working in the coconut milk. Okay, let's close the stove. Okay. Thank you, Denny.
Yeah.
Would you like to try it, Harry? Just so that you could see the difference. Okay, be careful. Is it hard?
Yes.
See, the cornstarch made it very thick. Okay. Okay, Vinny, you could try it.
It's very hard.
Now that was easy to make. Before we could get the coconut milk in cans, we would have to get them from the tree, so it was a lot of work. So it was really used for holidays, birthdays, or very big parties. And at those big parties, they called them luau's. That's when you had all the food to eat. Okay?
Looks like glue.
It looks like glue? This hardens very fast, but it tastes very good cold. So we're going to put it in the refrigerator a while. Denny, could you show us how to grate the fresh coconut? Okay, be careful with the grater because it's sharp, okay? The sharp edges.
This is Woody again with an extra edition. For special days, haupia's an old tradition. Hawaiians served it on leaves, that's the original way, and people eat it with their fingers right up to today.
When I first saw the coconut, I thought this part was part of the shell.
Okay, let's take a look at it, okay? That's really the skin of the coconut. Here, this is the shell, okay? You want to feel it? Is it hard?
Yeah, it's very
That's
hard.
the shell, so that protects the coconut meat. Now, when you're grating it, you see this is softer, so it's all right to eat part of it. Okay?
Okay.
You ready to eat? You hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's see, maybe Denny would like to cut it. You could make them into big squares. It's gonna be like finger jello. See, it's easy to come out because we grease the pan. Denny? Is it good, Denny?
Yes.
Tastes all right.
I think I'll put some grated coconut on mine. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty. Mmm. Oh no. That means good in Hawaiian.
Well, we cooked the food and it came out fine. You can try it yourself when you got the time. Because working in the kitchen is a lot of fun. And when you're finished, you can eat what you've done.
Hey, kids, it's the old black cat. Here to tell you where everything's at. How the jungle animals all get along. I'll tell you a tale so you won't go wrong. About monkeys, zebras, and elephants too. Here's a Bebop Fable specially for you. One day, a black cat and a white elephant had a conversation. Now, the elephant told the cat how difficult it was to be white, and the cat told the elephant it was much tougher to be black than white. As their discussion went on, it attracted the attention of many other animals. The snake agreed with the cat. The albatross agreed with the elephant. So did the polar bear. The crow sided with the cat. This went on and on and on for a little while, and what had been a discussion became an argument. Before the argument became a fight, both sides decided to look for an impartial judge. So it took quite a while to find a judge who would please everybody. But suddenly, all the animals at the same time cried, "Look! There's the perfect referee." Now, since all the animals agreed, they asked the question, which is it harder to be, black or white? I don't see any problem about it at all, being black or white.
What would you do if? How would you feel if? What would you do and how would you feel?
Hi, Daniel. You sure look sad. What's wrong? The guys were making fun of me because my sister was teaching me how to sew. What's wrong with that? I wish I knew how. Yeah, but you're a girl, Susan, and they laughed at me and said I was gonna grow up and be a sissy. Aw, they're crazy. Anything you learn can only help you. Besides, lots of men know how to sew. Yeah, I know, and I think it's fun, but I don't like being called a sissy.
What would you do if someone called you a sissy?
I would be mad. I would call them a sissy back.
I'd try to prove that I wasn't a sissy.
I'd ignore them, 'cause I know what I am. I'm not a sissy.
What would you do?
Come on along and join us. Delicious hits. Come on along, we're gonna have some fun. Come on along and join us. Delicious hits. In a little bowl of vegetable soup. Get right into your vegetable soup. Delicious hits. Get right in on the party. Get right in, come on and ride us around. Get right into the vegetable soup. It takes all kinds of vegetables. It takes all kinds of vegetables. It takes all kinds of vegetables to make a vegetable soup. Come on along and join us. Delicious hits. Come on along, we're gonna have some fun. Come on along and join us. Delicious hits. In a little bowl of vegetable soup. Get right into your vegetable soup. Delicious hits. Get right in on the party. Get right in, come on and ride us around. Get right into the vegetable soup. It takes all kinds of vegetables. It takes all kinds of vegetables. It takes all kinds of vegetables to make a vegetable soup.
And now today's adventure of Outerscope 2 at the Ballet Hispanico. While Willie, Eleanor, and Henry watched the dancers of the Ballet Hispanico with their friend Socorro, Cynthia and Edgar wander the streets of Brooklyn and wonder how they will ever find Jim Davis, Montego Slim's grandson.
Anyway, he just left to get ready for the parade.
That's it. It's probably a big parade, so someone around here ought to be able to tell us where it is. Come on, let's go find him.
Oh, it wouldn't do us any good anyway. Even if we did find him. He doesn't remember anything about the medallion except that it was lost a long time ago.
Well, if we could just meet him and talk to him, he might be able to give us a good lead. Come on, let's go check out this playground. Somebody around here ought to be able to tell us where it is.
Well, we might as well. It couldn't hurt any.
How about 2-on-1?
All right.
I'll go against you two first. Come on, Mom, pass the ball.
Why should I? You probably blow the shot anyway. You shoot about as well as you talk English.
Oh, come on, man. There's nothing wrong with his English. So what if he's got a slight accent?
Slight? So thick you need an axe to cut
That
it?
doesn't stop me from cutting you on the basketball court. Yeah, he sure plays ball, all right.
Oh, yeah? What since?
Hey!
Boy, this is terrific.
This is just one part of a suite of traditional dances from all over the Caribbean. You should see the rest of it.
Listen, there's so much going on right now. These are my friends, Eleanor, Willie, and Henry. They're looking for someone important. The only name they have to go on is Tia Rosa. Her last name might be Carreja. She's working in a museum, but they don't know which one it is.
There are many museums in New York City. And Rosa, I just can't think who she might be.
Well, if you hear anything about her, will you let me know?
Okay, I'm sure we'll find her eventually.
Great. Guess what?
What?
I'm auditioning for the next show at the Majestic this afternoon.
Gee, that's great. But what are you doing here now then?
Came to rehearse. The tape and player are here.
Of course. Bueno, buena suerte. Good luck.
Thank you.
That was really great.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, fantastic.
Nothing to it, I hope. If I could dance half as well as you just did, I know I got the part. You kids were sensational.
Sure are. Wish I could dance like that.
Gee, thanks.
Why, thank you. These are some friends of mine. They're looking for a Mexican lady called Tia Rosa. Her last name may be Carreja. Do any of you know a Tia Rosa?
I have an aunt named Rosa, and we call her Tia Rosa.
Really?
No kidding?
But we're not from Mexico. We're from Puerto Rico, and her last name is not Carreja.
Oh, well, I didn't think it'd be that easy.
You're right, but we won't give up. I got one lucky phone call today, right? Maybe we'll get another one about Tia Rosa. No?
Okay, Socorro, we gotta go rehearse.
Yeah,
we have to rehearse.
Okay, good luck. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
If you hear anything about Tia Rosa from Mexico, let me know right away, okay?
What now?
All we could do is wait for Lee to turn up.
Guess you're right. Sometimes waiting is the hardest thing to do, but very often it's the right thing to do. Maybe I can make the waiting easier. I gotta rehearse this song. So why don't you three be my critics? It would be a big help to have an audience to work in front of. What do you say?
Sure thing, Socorro.
Okay.
Yeah, you help us, we help you.
The song is in Spanish. It means, thanks be to life. which has given me so much. It has given me a smile. It has given me tears, so that I may know joy from sorrow. It is your song, which is my own song. Here's to life.
Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me ha dado la risa y me ha dado el llanto. Así yo distingo dicha de quebrantos, los dos materiales que forman mi canto y el canto de ustedes que es el mismo canto. Los dos materiales que forman mi canto y el canto de todos que es mi propio canto. Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto.
The telephone. Hello, Mrs. Torres?
Socorro, we found her. We found Tia Rosa.
Next time, the search goes on.
What do you want to know about yourself?
With all the many different kinds of people in the world, did you ever stop to ask yourself, do people who look different have different kinds of blood?
Okay, kids, time to have your blood drawn. Come on.
If you ever had your blood tested, or if you've skinned your knee or cut yourself, you know what color your blood is. Well, everybody has the same color and kind of blood. But you might not think so to hear some people talk. You've probably heard some of these expressions. She's of mixed blood. Or he's got blue blood. Or their family comes from old New England blood. So the word is used in some confusing ways. The fact is that everybody's blood is basically the same. All blood is red, and all blood is made up of the same basic ingredients. The red color in everybody's blood comes from red blood cells. These cells carry oxygen to all parts of the body. If you ever lost a lot of your blood in an accident or because of sickness, you would need to have some of it replaced. You could get the blood from a male or a female. Their shade of skin color wouldn't matter. They could even be from a different country. You could use anybody's blood, as long as it was the same blood type. There are 4 main types of blood: A, B, AB, and O. These 4 basic blood types can be found all over the world, among all kinds of people. You can also find different blood types in your own family. You inherit your blood type from one of your parents or your grandparents. But the other members of your family, even your brothers and sisters, can have blood types different from yours. Doctors have found that they can transfer not only blood, but also skin, bones, and vital organs from one person to another, regardless of nationality or ethnic group. In Africa, the donated heart of a black man was transplanted to the body of a white man. In the United States, a black American has received a kidney transplant from a white friend. So blood can be exchanged between different kinds of people, and so can other parts of the body. And we all have one of the 4 basic blood types. If we have all these things in common on the inside of our bodies, Maybe we're not as different as we might look on the outside.
Holiday, holiday, holly, holiday, holiday, holly, holiday.
The most widely celebrated holiday throughout the world is New Year. In Japan, eating a specially prepared rice cake marks the passing of a year and brings good luck for the coming year. It is an old and joyous tradition that is shared by many Japanese Americans. There is a legend that tells of an elderly man and his wife who were too poor to share in this tradition.
The day after tomorrow is New Year's, and we have no rice cake to celebrate it.
I can buy some tomorrow, but first I must sell my hats in the village. Hats! Straw hats for sale! Hats!
The next day, the poor hat maker tried to sell his hats in the village. But the villagers did not hear him. They were busy preparing for the holiday. No one paid him any attention. No one bought his hats. And so he left the village to return home. On his way home, he saw 6 statues standing by the side of the road.
You must be cold standing here in the wind. My hats will comfort you. They will keep your heads warm and sheltered from the snow.
Welcome home. Has someone bought your hats?
And then he told her how he had taken pity on the statues.
The statues have returned your kindness. They have given us a rice cake for New Year's. Thank you.
Thank you.
And so the old couple celebrated a happy New Year.
Real people, I'd like to introduce you to some real people. Real people.
Hello, my name is Philip. My sister Melissa and I are visiting our father for the summer. He's going back to Africa soon, and we're really going to miss him. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Phil.
You like the way I skateboard?
Not bad at all, Philip. But I want you to be careful now.
I will. You want to try?
Oh, not me, Philip. I might be just a little too old for that. Say, where's your sister?
I don't know. She and her friend went out somewhere. They should be back soon.
Well, did she say where she was going?
No, she didn't.
Say, how would you like to give me a hand out back with that screen door? Two strong guys like us should have it finished in no time.
Sure, Dad. Dad, you sure you wouldn't like something to eat?
No thanks, Philip. Say, Melissa didn't say where she was going?
No, Dad. She just said she and a friend were going out somewhere.
Well, shouldn't you have asked her?
I guess so.
Well, there's no guessing about it, Philip. Melissa's your sister. And when I'm not here, you're responsible for taking care of her.
Dad, I'm sure she's all right. Melissa knows how to take care of herself.
Look, Philip, the next time Melissa goes out, you find out exactly where she's going. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
It's getting pretty late. We'll ask some of the neighbors if they've seen her.
Dad, I really don't think we should worry. Melissa knows the neighborhood pretty well.
Hi, Philip.
Hi, Miss Gray. Have you seen Melissa?
Gee, no, I haven't.
Have you seen Melissa?
Sure, I have.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Philip.
Have you seen Melissa?
No, I haven't. Not today.
Well, if you see, would you please tell her to come home?
You know, she's really late. I better call the police.
Dad, I'm sure she's all right. Think?
I certainly appreciate you coming by, officers. It's just that she's been gone so long, and I am a bit worried.
Well, that's our job, Mr. Howard. We'll be sure to keep an eye out for her.
Don't worry, Mr. Howard. I'm sure she's okay. And if we see her, we'll get word back to you.
Thanks.
Hi, everybody.
Melissa!
Melissa, where have you been?
Gee whiz, what's the matter, Dad?
What's the matter? These policemen were just about ready to go out and look for you.
Why?
Why? Take a look at that clock, young lady. Look, officers, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't cause you any trouble.
No trouble at all, Mr. Howard. Anytime.
I told you she'd be okay.
Now it's time for us to leave. Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Philip.
And thanks again. Melissa, sit down a minute, please. Melissa, you gave us a pretty bad scare tonight.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Well, you should be. You had us both worried to death about you. I don't want you to ever leave this house without telling someone where you're going. Why, for all I know, anything could have happened. You could have been hurt. You could have been in an accident.
Dad.
The next time you leave this house, I want you to tell Philip exactly where you're going, or leave me a note. Now, is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Look, honey, I'm not trying to be cruel, but it's not fair to stay away so long and not telephone me at least. All right?
I didn't mean to make everybody upset. Alice and I went shopping.
Shopping?
I wanted to get you a present. You'll be going away soon. But I couldn't find anything. So I went to Alice's house and I made this scrapbook of all the pictures of us while you were here, so you could have something to remember Philip and me by while you're in Africa. Do you like it?
Honey, this is a lovely gift. Thank you. Now I can see why it took you so long. Hey, since we're exchanging gifts, I have something for you and Philip.
What's up?
is my going away gift to each of you.
Now, what could this be? Wow. This is really great, Dad.
What is it?
What do you think? It's a chef's hat for the great Philip.
That's so you can keep making that delicious meatloaf a la Philip.
You bet, Dad. Thanks a lot.
My turn next. Ooh. Gee, thanks, Dad. My old one was falling apart anyway.
Hey, what do you say if we all take a look at this masterpiece that Melissa's put together?
I can't wait till you come back next summer, Dad.
That'll be great.
He's our summer father. Our time with him just goes so fast. And when the summer's over, we wish that it could last and last. He's changed, but so have we. And we love him still, my sister and me. Now we're learning how to live with our summer father.
Hi, it's Woody, and I'm feeling keen, 'cause I'm shouting the praises of the bean. So many kinds, oh, what a joy. Garbanzo, fava, lima, and soy, and the rainbow of colors, what a parade. Red, brown, and black, they come in every shade.
We're going to have some refried beans. Have you ever had any?
No.
I think you've had some before.
Yeah.
Now, how about you? Have you ever had any? Beans that I use to make refried beans are called pinto beans. And what you do is you soak them overnight in a big pan of water. You got to make sure it's a big pan, because otherwise they'll just flow out of the pan. And then the next day you cook them for about 2.5, 3.5 hours over a slow burn. Aisha, you can grate cheese for me. And be very careful using this thing, because it has very sharp edges. John, I'll help you get started on the onion. Cut out the two ends like that. We'll be using onions today, even though some people don't use them. Now be very careful with the knife. Andrea, you can help me get started on the beans. We'll turn on the gas. And the next thing we'll be doing is putting 4 tablespoons of oil in here. John, why don't you start frying the onions? Be very careful. We're ready for the beans, I think. Beans in Mexico are a major part of the diet there. And in other countries like Puerto Rico, I didn't take too much of the water that these beans cooked in, so that it's real thick and mushy. Now, Andrea, we'll need some salt.
You know, with refried beans, there's no right or wrong, 'cause with everything else, they go along. With eggs, tacos, or enchiladas by themselves, or even with tostadas. The way you eat them is for you to choose, so use imagination, there's nothing to lose.
I'll serve it like this. I think you might like it with these flour tortillas first. Would you sprinkle some cheese on there?
Is this enough?
Yeah, that's fine. Would you like to roll it up?
Okay. Like this?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Be careful. And I'll try them with the corn tortillas. And just dip your tortilla into it like that and use it like a shovel. It's fun.
Well, we cooked the food and it came out fine. You can try it yourself when you got the time. 'Cause working in the kitchen is a lot of fun. And when you're finished, you can eat what you've done.
How do you find yourself? With our very own voices and our very own hands. Sing a little louder. How do you find yourself? With our very own voices and our very own hands.
play for the poetry and art section. Different is nice in very many ways. In any situation, your personality stays. Don't be afraid to be yourself, for you are different from everyone else. Different is being the only child in the block who keeps his money in a green and white sock. Different is wearing pigtails to a formal ball and a formal gown to a horse's stall. Different is keeping a frog in your tub and a pet killer bee in your backyard shrub. Be open, be free, be different at last. You'll soon see being different is a blast. Different is nice, that I must say, but don't go overboard in just one day. Be different, I say, and I say it out loud. Never be shy. If you're different, always be proud.